remember, there's some important information right here. Might want to give the video a quick pause to read it over.
Yo! Hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wakeangel2K1! Because between you and me, they're way past cool!
Hello out there, this is Wakeangel2K1 coming at you with a very special custom. Mostly because this is based off of a 3D model that I found on Tinkercad, made by a fan of mine, Kirby. And you can check out all of their wonderful 3D models and print them out yourself if you happen to own a 3D printer by going to tinkercad.com and doing a people search for Kirby, where you'll find a lot of really awesome models that look like this. I mean, look at that. This is their Crabmeat model. As you can see, it has two sets of claws. There's a closed set and an open set. I only printed the open ones because, you know, like, it takes about an hour to print every piece, and you know, I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of material. But still, clearly, this is based off of the Crabmeat as it appeared in Sonic Generations. So, yeah, that's like the sexy, modernized version of a classic Badnik. So when I printed out the main body, which is one big piece, it actually came out really good. The only flaw is that the lower parts of the shoulder holes, for want of a better term, didn't quite come out right. The material slumped in the middle, causing them to be open in the bottom. Oh, by the way, if you see a lot of yellow discolorations, that is caused by me. I used a match to burn away hanging strings, and that left some yellow staining. I didn't exactly feel like I had to be very careful with the job because I was going to repaint it, but yeah, like when this printed out, it was all white. But yes, there was just a little flaw with the shoulder holes, which I was able to fix with a little bit of epoxy, seen here in the profile view of the colors. You can see how I sculpted the bottom half of that and made a nice round little hole. But yes, I think somebody who can print this model out, maybe if they had a higher quality printer, or maybe my printer would have been able to pull it off, except they've been having fan issues, so I don't even know. Or maybe some extra support added to that part of the model. Like, I don't know, like there's a lot of things you can do with 3D slicing. I'm still an amateur at this. Kirby is actually the one that's really good at this kind of thing. I mean, seriously, like I said, if you haven't checked out their models, it's actually quite amazing what they can do. I mean, they could do some better things with Tinkercad than I've seen other people do with Blender. So these abstract looking thingies are the eye stalks. I know it's kind of hard to see the details, but when painted up you can see that everything was there. Like, they had a pupil, they had the iris, they had the lid. It was all there in the model, again making it all the more impressive. And then we have the claws. Again, like I said, there's both closed claws and open claws. I went with the open ones because I kind of like the fact that the cannons are always visible. And I only had to do a little tiny bit of sculpting to get rid of the support media scarring on the bottom side, and once properly painted up, they are claws, alright. Oh, by the way, those two things down there are tiny strips of craft foam. I used them to add friction to the articulation joints because this is an articulated figure. Okay, so there is one part of the model that I chose not to print because I knew it wouldn't work. That was the arm pieces that the figure, the model had. And I did not print them because my printer uses STL type plastic, which is very stiff and brittle, and it doesn't hold friction, so I would not be able to use it to make the peg joints work. Instead, I used these parts from a Mega Constructs kit. They are very simple. They kind of just stick together. Like, they're literally just pin disc joints that you can build yourself. And by sheer coincidence, they happen to be the perfect size and shape to be the mechanical elbows for the Crabmeat figure. Like, the color even worked out pretty well, so I didn't have to repaint them. So with a little bit of craft foam to make sure they have good friction inside the wrist and shoulder joints, for want of a better term, I am presented with a Crabmeat figure that has articulated arms. Yes, this Crabmeat figure actually has 6 points of articulation: 2 wrists, 2 shoulders, and 2 elbows. The model, as it would have been intended to print, would have had 4. It would have had shoulders and wrists with no elbows, but you know, this is cool. This is a Crabmeat figure that's actually posable. Oh, and more credit to May and Kirby, it's actually sized perfectly well. Printed out just as you have to do without any resizing or scaling, and it perfectly matches with the Tomy Sonic Classic figure, or even the other Badnik figures made from Sonic Boom. Look, here's Crabmeat with his little brother Crabbot. Like, look at that. One crab robot to the other, passing on the legacy. So yes, that is the wonderful thing that is May and Kirby's 3D model of the Crabbot, the Crabmeat, printed out and painted by me. And I didn't know where else to put this, so let's do a quick little bonus for Movie Sonic. Yes, so I made my Movie Sonic figure not that long after the trailer dropped, and it wasn't until I actually saw the movie that I noticed that I kinda got his spine pattern wrong. In the movie, Sonic has an extra spine on his head and another extra spine in the middle of his back. So they still didn't have the traditional spine pattern, although it was nowhere near as bad as the original Gremlin look that they had going for him. So with a little bit of epoxy to make the 2 missing spines, I have a Movie Sonic that now has the correct spine pattern. Hooray! It's just that, you know, since the spines are both in the middle, they're kind of barely noticeable from the side, and you don't even really see them in the front, so it's not really that spectacular a change. It's just a thing that was kind of eating at me, like, my Movie Sonic figure has the wrong number of spines. Grrr. But yeah, now that's addressed, so my Movie Sonic figure is now more accurate. Although I think I should make a whole new Eggman figure, because I kind of like the way I made mine, even if it's not completely accurate. But, you know, we'll get to Movie Robotnik at a later date. This is, okay, so yeah, thank you all for watching the video. Seriously, go hit up May and Kirby's Tinkercad account, because there's some really impressive stuff there. And this is Wakeangel2K1 signing off.